A North Carolina lawmaker has shaken up the state legislature by switching parties, effectively cementing a Republican stronghold in that state. State Representative Tricia Cotham had some pretty harsh words for Democrats.
Modern-day Democratic Party has become unrecognizable to me. The party wants to villainize anyone who has free thought. If you don't do exactly what the Democrats want you to do, they will try to bully you.
Republicans now have what's called a supermajority and can overturn disappointed Governor Roy Cooper's vetoes. Democratic Congressman Jeff Jackson called it a political earthquake, saying he cannot overstate the consequences of this switch. The Wall Street Journal op-ed board wrote, "The thing about attacking political allies for their lack of purity is that sometimes they take it to heart. The result is a GOP supermajority that will be quite the headache for Democrat Governor Roy Cooper." In focus now, Fox News contributor, former Utah Congressman Jason Chaffetz. Great to have you in focus. You know, Jason, sometimes things happen, people don't always know about it. But everybody is talking about this because when you switch a party and give the other party a supermajority, it does what?
Well, and look, a supermajority is important if the legislature wants to flex its muscles. But I think the bigger, broader story for Republicans in general, and that is really negative for the Democrats, is the Democrats' attack on the First Amendment, which is not the traditional liberal way. I think she speaks for a lot of Americans in that there is no home for somebody who actually has a liberal mind and does not appreciate being suppressed and cajoled because somebody has a different way of thinking. You know, the short way of saying this is, you know, it's amazing to me how those who express the idea of diversity are the least diversified among us. If you get out of line and don't do exactly what they say, they're going to come after you. And I think she got sick and tired of it. And there is no home in the Democratic Party today. You believe what they believe, or they're going to take you down, they're going to ridicule you, they're going to mock you, and they're going to make life difficult for you. And she was tired of it.
Well, they're professional cancelers. You know, we're already seeing this happen. We saw it with Democrat Representative Tim Ryan when he tried to run for Speaker of the House against Nancy Pelosi before she was ready to give up that seat, apparently. There was no freedom of thought there. They were talking about age-related problems back then. And then you look at the president and the polling, more than 50% of people who declare themselves Democrats want somebody other than this president to run. They don't think that he's quite there yet. You don't hear those voices amplified.
Well, what you don't see is you don't see Republicans flipping to the Democratic side. You even have Kyrsten Sinema in the United States Senate say, hey, I have no room for me in the Democratic side of the aisle. You've had the Georgia state legislature. You had a longtime Democrat who came over to the Republican Party. So it's rare when it does happen, particularly in the middle of a term, but they're all going the Republicans' way. And it is amazing how the Democrats gave up and have ceded their belief in the First Amendment. They just don't believe in it anymore.
Well, and it's a key state. Real quickly, your thoughts on what's coming in 2024.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to get to the White House without dominating and winning in North Carolina. That's a must-have state. Both sides will fight vigorously for it, but I think the advantage goes to the Republicans at this point.
Jason Chaffetz, thank you so very much. And before this Holy Weekend, blessings to your family at Easter.
Thank you. Yours as well. Thank you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.